top of the morning, all my anti-meridians. It just doesn't stop, does it? How many of us could think for ourselves? Common sense. How do we have bloggers going in on other bloggers like as if they in the street? Bro, you blogging. You're not in the street. You blogging about people that are in the street or in the industry. The whole thing is this. People jumping on platforms like no jumper. If you ask me, with all due respect, man, and I have the right to say this, man, Adam 22, a white man, we already know the whole thing with his wife and all that. We ain't gonna get into that. Getting 28 million views, I think, a month. And his whole content was on people telling on themselves. He paid these people some money to come and talk, and you got dudes like Loose Cannon and Brick Baby, that whole Big U situation. Loose Cannon just couldn't help but to make himself look like, yo, I'm a gangster, I did this. Yo, Big Draws called, said Nips is unalive. But then he called Nips, and Nips was still alive. Yet he didn't tell Nips what Big U said. Half an hour later, he received a call that Nips was unalive. Back door, straight up. All that stuff he allegedly did with the COVID, extorting people when they get off the plane. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, I was watching one time when they were doing a video or something over there in Los Angeles, and he was in front of the cameraman behind them. I'm talking about Big U. And he talking about, yo, my efforts gonna come here, they gonna check in. I don't care if they come here to rap. I don't care if they come here to play sports. I don't care if they do movies. They gotta check in. If they don't check in, we gonna check them in. What even gave him the thought to say something like that live? You understand? We gonna check them in. And at the same token, at that time, somebody in the comment section in the chat was saying justice for Nip. Because we know what happened allegedly. You understand what I'm saying? He seen it. He looked at the dude with the camera behind him and he said, look, justice for Nip, and started cracking up, man. Ain't nothing funny about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing funny about that. You got an artist that is, I'm saying, man, ain't too many people like Nips been. You know what I'm saying? Long live Nips. Everybody hashtag long live Nips. But come on, you got him on a 30% contract. And as the big homie, it's like he can't do nothing. So he could blow up, go quadruple platinum, diamond, and he getting 70% out of everything that you're doing, and you only getting 30 for all your hard work. And if you don't like that, you see what happened to his friend that was living with Big U, the football player. He was also rapping, and he said something about Big U. You know what I'm saying? He ended up dead. And karma is real spooky. I'm gonna tell you why. Now look, Big U been locked up. He got this big RICO case. They ain't worried about him now. They know he ain't coming home. You know what I'm saying? They knocked off his son. They knocked off his son right there by where he lived. And there ain't nothing he could do about it. Once they put them bracelets on you and they tell you you got that RICO, bro, understand something. There's no more mob, man. The RICO was created by Rudy Giuliani, man, to take John Gotti and the 5 families off the streets when Sammy told, man, when all that was done, they using the RICO in the music industry. They using the RICO in the streets. We have many gangs, man, many gangs. And my whole thing is like, yo, right, you know, listen, If you know, like that whole Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane situation, man. Pooh Shiesty ain't no fool, man. He's smart. Pooh Shiesty made money on the streets while he was in the feds. He came out in 3.5 years. Ain't no way in hell did he take Gucci Mane's ring and made him sign the deal back over, or that Yo Gotti took him from, or trying to take him from Gucci Mane for 10 mil. Nah, that ain't happening. That's all cap, man. That's all cap. You can't be mad. People go on Reddit, man, and they read everything that's going on. A lot of it is bull. A lot of it is bull. But if you on the right subreddit, man, you're going to see somebody respond, man, that's going to make you think twice, man. This dude is a member. Look at everything going on in Chicago, man. Best platform, you know what I'm saying? Trenches News on YouTube. I'm sure you can find them on TikTok, all over. Trenches News, swipe. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people I see, I watch people make videos, people be hating. But at the end of the day, here's a brother that been locked up. Here's a brother that is giving out good advice every day, every night to people, telling people you ain't gotta pick up a gun no more. You ain't gotta do nothing. I understand 9 to 5 is not for everybody, but there are ways where you can sit home and make money just on your, online. And he even tells y'all, man, I'll let y'all eat. I'll let y'all use my platform, but y'all trying to come out like y'all know what y'all know. But at the end, what happened, Sadie Nash? You was wrong. What happened, King AK, Sadie Nash? Yes, man. Y'all was wrong. Sadie Nash, man, again, man, I said this earlier when I went live, man. I was watching Loyalty and Betrayal, man. I paid attention, brother. It's swift, man. The paperwork. I mean, people got paper. You talking about that Dirk telling us something. Yet there's paperwork that you told on your brother, meaning your mother's son, your brother is in prison right now because of you, and you are not responding to none of that. Why you not making a video about the situation between you and your brother? Sadie Nash, that's some real goofy shit, man. Real goofy, man. We got a lot of things going on. People are pressing on clickbait. Like if I'm looking at my YouTube right now and it says they just let Lil Durk go or Lil Baby locked up for life. Man, people are pressing and watching that, man. You know that that's lies. Because if any of that was true, man, you would have known it before you see any of that. People use AI, they make fake pictures of mugshots and all that, man. Don't press on them channels, man. Them channels gonna lie to you, man. If you're gonna sit here and try to learn something or try to find out what's really going on in the music industry or the streets, whatever you're into, man, let me explain something to you, man. There's no reason to lie, man. People be trying to go in on swiping, and swiping did nothing wrong. All he did was got out of the game, wrote a book, and now, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say like Dirk. Dirk made a way for his people out, but then when he messed up, look what happened. The whole team fell down. Trench telling y'all, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could eat. I'll show you how to eat. You ain't got to do that. But you still see the hate. You still see the hate. Oh, yes, he is king. Yes, he is. You know, there's nothing to do out there in the dark, man. If you listen, man, if you ain't a hustler, provider, man, you know, if you ain't got a job, if you don't have nothing to do, what you doing outside, man? We not kids no more. If I go to where I used to hang out at, I'm gonna see my man's nephews, sons, grandsons. And that's if they doing what they not supposed to be doing, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Shout out 30 Block, man. Shout out to all the guys. Basher Slams, QB, Rap P, look for something coming new. But again, like I said, listen to what I'm going to tell you, or listen to me carefully. When you lie, right, and you're dealing with many people, especially if you on the social media. You have to remember all your lies. On top of that, you have to write down rebuttals to if people catch you in something where you could rebuttal and try to make yourself look like you didn't lie. But guess what? If I sit here and tell you the truth about everything, and we talking about me, I tell you the truth about everything. I ain't gotta lie. You ain't never gonna catch me in a lie. There's no reason to lie. If I know what's going on, I'm gonna talk about it. An opinion, we could all have an opinion. But Sadie Nash, somebody said the other day on somebody's platform, you gotta give Sadie Nash his props. How? He told on his brother. He the rat. You know what I'm saying? There's paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I seen Byron Blake, very crafty, very smart, man. I wish Byron Blake, Byron Blake, pardon me, my brother. I wish he was out here 10, 15 years ago where he could have blew up Jake at that time. Listen, man, this dude 1090 Jake, all that fake blood, man, it ain't blood, man, he ain't blood. He is not blood. That boy, obviously, we have footage, obviously dealing with racist police, KKK police, but like he ain't even do much time. So based on what he's seen, the violence that he's seen, the stuff that he heard about, the things he heard about it from his bunkie, what he did was he got on YouTube and he put himself in that situation, thinking that nobody ever gonna find out. And he did good. You understand what I'm saying? He did good. He got a lot of people fooled, but now it's like, it ain't no more whether it's real or whether it's not real. People hold each other down for different reasons. And when you watching a big platform, let's say like Adam 22, No Jumper, right? Listen, man, you watching podcasts where people completely forget about the subject, completely forget about the narrative, and they just start talking about themselves like they the movie star, like they the star, like this podcast is about them. Like, who are you? You understand what I'm saying? You know, what I'm saying? Academics, wham, I don't know. I don't know. If you got set up like that, you know what I'm saying, by old boy, and you call wham and he say he don't know nothing about it. Academics, you already know what it is. But my whole thing is this, man, again, it's a lot of nasty, nasty work being done out here today, right now, as we speak. You know what I'm saying? All over, all 5 boroughs, man. Chicago is spooky, the low end. Memphis is spooky. Again, Byron Blake, like he said, common sense, man. Why would Pooh Shiesty come home and jump out the window and go do that to Gucci Mane? That made no sense whatsoever. No sense, but people jacking it. People jacking it, and then they add their own stuff in it. And then before you finish listening to one person, the other person will tell you a whole completely different story, man. Come on, man. Why do we hate on each other? Why can't people find some sort of unity and get paid together? I mean, this really makes no sense. It makes no sense. There was a time where kids could play outside in front of the building, in front of the house. Old little ladies sitting down, talking, gossiping, whatever they doing. You don't see none of that now, man. These kids is vicious, man. You do something to one of them, you understand, they get back. They ain't thinking about, they don't care. If they can't find you, they gonna find who's sitting on your porch. That might be your neighbor. That might not even be your kinfolk. You feel what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing different all over, man. Now, who do we hold responsible? Who do we hold responsible? Number one, the parents. Let me tell you something. You gotta hold the parents responsible. Because if you living in a decent household and say you got a kid, a teen, and Every time he go in his room, you know he's alone, but you always hear him beef and beef and beef, and he probably on Instagram. You understand? If you see he walking around with drugs, or he walking around with, the blam or the blicky, whatever y'all call it, what y'all call it, let me tell you something, man. Do yourself a favor, man. Before something bad happens, call the police yourself, because they all come and break your door down with a no-knock warrant, man. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing if you or get a life insurance policy on them or something, because these kids are dying, man. Like sunflower seeds flying, man. And the same thing to the youth, man. If you got parents, or if you in a household where people are doing bad, you know what I'm saying, as far as drugs, you gotta get up out of there. You gotta literally get up out of there, man. And there's different ways, man. You do not have to go back outside. You don't have to pick up that slammer and go rob nobody. You don't have to sell no drugs, man. You could get on the internet and figure out many different ways of making money by doing things that you know. You can help people, bro. You can help people. If you ever been where I've been, man, you know what I'm saying, and you in my age bracket, and you come home, whether it's from the feds or up north, you supposed to teach these youngins, you know what I'm saying, what they really going to experience if they get upstate. You don't act like, oh, yeah, I used to do that. Like, yeah, now he doing it. Go ahead, do you, bro. Do you, little bro. Don't do you, little bro, because when you get locked up, ain't none of them gonna send you nothing. Let me tell you something about these streets. They take you in, they raise you, and they spit you back out into the street. And that's 100% fact. The streets don't love you back, and nobody owe you nothing. Yeah, I've been in mad situations where I come home and I feel like, well, I deserve, you know what? Nah. Nobody, even if you're a man, if you got somebody that you know that came up and ain't did nothing for you, they might be a reason for that. You can't be mad at nobody. You can't be mad at nobody. And stop letting people choose you to be their friend. I be watching some people online, like people that we follow each other, and they be, what y'all doing, man? Y'all online, people are watching this. Why can't people unite, stick together? You can make more money that way. Don't you understand? They gonna let you go IG live and argue with your op, who is your friend, because you gotta follow each other to argue on Instagram. Meanwhile, y'all both living in the same community. Y'all looking for each other. And when y'all find which one of y'all find which one first, we already know what's going to happen. Look at K Flock, right here, New York City. He got 30 years, and he ain't even get charged with the murder. Let me tell you something, man. You ain't got to kill nobody to get 25 years. Sometimes it's good not to know things. Because when you know something, and it's a serious crime, and they know that you knew about it, and you ain't saying nothing, guess what, man? You're going to be implicated in that RICO. You don't want nothing to do with that, man. You don't want to have to show up to court, man, and dealing with all this stuff. Trust me, man, you don't. You can sit home, you know what I'm saying? Work, whatever you might do, hobbies, whatever you do. Take care of your kids, take care of your family, man, because them streets ain't gonna give you nothing back, man. You don't believe me? Go outside and throw a brick. See who's really concerned. See what your chick gonna do. You feel what I'm saying? You think you're going to be gone for 15, 20, 25 years? I know dudes that did a bullet on Rikers Island. Chick going to turn around and mess with his man. That's just how it go. Now, when they mess with your enemy, that's even worse. Now they putting you in a situation where you going to come home, and if you don't got your head on a swivel, man, you going to go right back, man. Listen, man, we don't do this, man. Men don't lie to other men unless they scared of them. And men don't lie to women unless they trying to get some cookie. And not in all cases, but yeah. But if you gotta sit here and lie, you know what I'm saying, because you behind your phone protector, because I be getting that in my DM, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing it. Keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. I'm not gonna block you. Keep hating, man. Keep putting up them comments, man. It really don't matter to me because at the end of the day, I'm gonna speak the truth. And if I know you, I'm gonna tell your whole story, just like I did with Cali, just like I did with AG on that Wall Street situation. If you know, you know. You know, it's crazy. Like, you know, I remember we used to look at women like, yo, don't tell her, man. She gonna tell all her friends. Don't tell her nothing. You know, because women be gossiping like that's how it ain't like that no more. Women be holding their niggas down financially, financial support, everything, man. Dudes ain't doing nothing. So if it's back in 93, like Biggie said, either you slinging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. Man, these women, man, done came up, man. They bosses now. Women are bosses. Women work hard. And it makes sure everything's all right in the house. Because a lot of times dudes be spoiled. Don't let your friends choose you, man. You gotta know who's who. And then you could decide if that's your friend or if that's somebody that you need to stay away from. You feel what I'm saying? Now, yo, that's crazy. Like, hey, yo, academic, man, I seen the whole thing. And yeah, what you call them? Le bebe? Yeah, little baby surprised me. Yeah, I believe academic could take little baby. Little baby all messed up in the head, you know what I'm saying, from the codeine or whatever, man. Little baby like this big, you know what I'm saying? And he already got issues. He don't rock that 4PF no more because Fannie Willis was going to put a RICO on him, which still could happen. I don't want to talk about that because it didn't. I don't really think he deserved it just because he made a video, you know what I'm saying, in Atlanta where he's from, where his ops are from too. So the ops shot up the video, you know what I'm saying? But they all caught. So why Memphis police gonna get on news and say that little baby's a coward for doing a video over there because they knew that was gonna happen? Man, you already apprehended all the shooters. He ain't have nothing to do with it. He did his show and he left. But I understand he shouldn't have done that. He did it, of course. People know that, like when they got smoke in certain areas, they gonna go right into them areas and make videos, like in Ebbets Field, like what bro did. Chef G, shout out to Sleepy Hollow, man. But yo, they playing a dangerous game. Long live Pop Smoke, man. Again, they playing a dangerous game. Long live Pop Smoke, man. Fabio Foreign, man, I'm disgusted with you, bro. If it wasn't for Pop Smoke, you wouldn't have even been known. That's number one. Number two, when Dirk in that situation, you gonna come out and you gonna say Dirk only do features with people like Drake or Kendrick Lamar, people that are already viral. Bro, I done seen you in plenty of Dirk's videos. I mean, if it was, yo, bro, Fabio Foreign, you's a fraud. You's a fraud from Brooklyn. I bet you don't go to Chicago no more and do no video. I bet you ain't going over there. Things change, man. You know what I'm saying? Little Dirk, look, man, I understand. We can't say, you know what I'm saying? Like YNW Melly, we can't say free Melly. And at the same token, say rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? Sack Chase and Juvie. But there's a lot of stuff in there that, like, you know, we really don't know about. What was the reason? Sack was the reason. Sack was the threat. Sack was the threat. Sack was allegedly having a relationship with Melly's moms. Sack was slapping them around. The only reason that juvie got it because they thought he was gonna tell. They thought he was gonna tell. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole thing got blown up. One of the friends said that Melly over there at Federal Bank's house hiding, man. They don't put the whole case on the table. So yeah, Drew came to court with Melly the other day. Melly looked like he didn't know what was going on. Drew looked tired, but they threw out the charges of witness tampering, which those charges alone carry life. Portland is done. And remember, Melly been in prison for almost 7 years. He's not convicted, had a mistrial 2023, didn't get a bond. You understand what I'm saying? They're not letting him get on the phone. They're not letting him get mail. You feel me? It's sad, man. And now they're giving him a new trial. He just hired Drew Finland. So Drew Finland dealing with so much right now. He postponed Melly's trial now to 2027. Now Dirk and them, they all ready to go to Dirk ready to go to trial right now with Drew Finland. He ready right now, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because all his other co-defendants, man, they postponed their trial. They asked to postpone their trial. Trial was supposed to start on the 20th, which is what, 9 days, 10 days? But they postponed it. They postponed it to April 21st. And I know what's running through Dirk's mind, man, because ever since he been locked up, Dirk been holding down a lot of people. That whole OTF thing, that ain't old block. If you ever remember, Vaughn wear the old block chain. He took care of his people with a little bit whatever he had. But Dirk, he around a bunch of savages. You know what I'm saying? When you got $60 million, you're supposed to be rolling with, you know what I'm saying, off-duty police where, God forbid, somebody try to do something to you, they allowed to shoot. But they not going to go, don't allege it. You understand? But like I said, man, I really don't, the Dirk shouldn't have been on that plane. I believe Vonnie did it. Vonnie was responsible for that. We already know he bought the ski masks. He bought what the guns. He paid for the hotel, the Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? The rental cars, put Ubers. And Vonnie did all that using a OTF credit card. Now OTF Vonnie is supposedly King Von's cousin. So, just like Brother Hassan said, he said he dropped off his son, OTF Vonnie, on King Von. That's after King Von came home and he was rapping with Dirk already. The money's there. He dropped his son off on Dirk and he said, yo, my son is worse than me. He's me on steroids. You know what I'm saying? So it goes to show you a lot, man, where look, everybody's looking. And for a long time, people been saying that OTF Jam is the rat, and they've been showing you all type of proof and talking all this. Jam never responded. You gotta understand something. Look, he's back in his page. Obviously, he's not home, but you gotta understand something. If you look up everybody who got locked up for that murder for hire was Lil Durk, OTF Vonnie, Flocka, Brown Eyes, Vodka, Brown. Anyway, the bottom line, and OTF Didi, they are all on the case since the beginning, but you don't see OTF Jam anywhere. I know that Byron Blake went on every single prison platform. He went on BOP even. Yo, OTF Jam name is not there. So immediately, people looking at OTF Jam like, yo, we all on this case, and your name's not even in here. If you didn't know any better, let me tell you this, man. More than parole, and that's executive law. But when we talking about the feds, man, they could supersede the case. They could change their witnesses at the last time. Listen, man, Dirk says everything in it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I want Dirk to come home. You know what I'm saying? But, it's sad. Like, rest in peace, Vaughn. Rest in peace, Duck. You know what I'm saying? Both sides, everybody who died, D-Thing, You know what I'm saying? 051 Melly, all of them. Rest in peace to all of them, man. I'm not looking for violence, man. I'm looking for a resolution. But it's very hard to find, man, when you know when you a face and you famous and you talking on IG and everybody watching, or you doing a video and in your video, you know what I'm saying, you disrespecting somebody that just got killed. Don't you think they got family? That's how the get back comes, man. Somebody got to make a stop. Somebody got to stop this. So they killed Tuka, and then they killed Lil Mark. So Dirk was already a rapper. He was already known. He came from Atlanta all the way down to Chicago, got on IG Live, talk about this is a very famous bus stop. This is a very famous bus stop. This is the reason that everybody in 051 is gunning for him. And being that they couldn't get him, they getting his people. You know what I'm saying? Newski, his cousin. You know what I'm saying? His brother, D-Thing, all his friends, anybody in O Block. Because you remember, they was all linked in at one time. As soon as Dirk got locked up, the money wasn't there like that no more. THF, you know what I'm saying? RIP Basil, everybody started going against each other. And you could tell me whatever you want to tell me. But I'm going to tell you this, you're not going to know nothing to the trial. And as far as Dirk getting caught with that Apple Watch and crushing it, nothing being on there, they don't really need his Apple Watch because it was all going to Bezu, Booney Mo, and Didi. Didi tried to sever his case because he said, I didn't answer none of that. Dirk was basically, I have to say alleged, he was allegedly putting hits. He's from prison, not just on his opposition, but he said anybody who GD. He said, I'm paying for anybody who GD for y'all to get. So they have all that information. So even for Drew Finland, they put in another motion. They put in the mic, keep talking about that music. They keep talking about that music, man. You know what I'm saying? The feds done responded already about the music. They said, okay, so you didn't do that one with Quando Rondo saying, no, that was a crazed fan that edited his video. He said, but we got too much witnesses. We don't even know where OTF Jam is. But yet people were saying he's a rat. And it's been a long time since, he got on this page. But you know what? The truth hurts, man. He got on this page, and he basically back on this page. If you want to see OTF Jam page, it's EBK Jam 7900 on Instagram. Basically, what he says is like, y'all dudes, but I hope y'all dudes, you know what I'm saying, aren't dependent for Dirk to feed y'all and to feed your ugly ass kids, man. And listen to me, man. This is coming from somebody that when he came home, Dirk gave him 50 racks. Dirk bought him a Jeep. Dirk bought him a house. And just before he came home, he was taking care of his people. Dirk was high. He says it in all his raps. He wanted to be around killers all his life. He around killers. You know, when you reach that $60 million plateau, you know what I'm saying? Your security is supposed to be a real private security that has the right to shoot, but in self-defense. But but if you're trying to do get backs and things like that, you can't hire off-duty cops, man. You can only get your mans in them. How loyal will they stay? They loyal when you giving them that money, but when you get locked up and they ain't got that money, they start robbing each other. And I believe, again, OTF Vonnie, you know what I'm saying, had the biggest motive. That's King Von's cousin. Okay, look, OTF Vonnie Pops and King Von's Pops, Silk, they was best friends. According to OTF Vonnie, he gave Trench's News, you know what I'm saying, he gave Trench's News an interview. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it all. He said some things. I ain't agree to some things about, he like, I'm telling on my son because if anything, he put the rat emoji on this one because he didn't get paid. Here it is, man. You saying that you would do anything for your nephew, man. That's Silk's son. You dropped him off on King Von when he had money. He was working with Dirk in Atlanta. So you dropped your son off on him. Your son is good on taxes. Dirk automatically put him down with OTF and let him handle all the finances, all the taxes. That boy robbed Von's safe, and when Von got killed, he robbed his safety deposit box. They went to Von's house. It's on camera. They were walking out with luggages, suitcases of clothes. Kind of what they did to Chief Keef when he first got on. And these dudes got locked up and asked him for bail. And he said, well, I ain't got it right now, but I just bought this little bike like that. Listen, man, nobody owe you anything, man. If I sit here right now and think about the things that I did for people, man, I would tell you people owe me a whole bunch of shit. But I'm older today. I don't think like that, man. I'm not trying to go back in the can. The weak done took over, man. You know what that means? The weak done took over. The weak are not afraid. They know you got felonies. They know you got a family. They will tell you to your face. I will tell the cops. Somebody tell you to your face, they gonna tell the cops. What you gonna do? I mean, really. You got a dude telling you I'm a rat. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know I'm going to go online and expose you. Yeah, Alex Ginchman and Kay, like, I'm done with you. Anyway, look. Got dudes calling me, talking about, yo, take this off, take this down. I ain't taking nothing down, bro. He talking about you messing up my company. You talking about, yo, bro, what I spoke about and what I posted is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, bro. What you came to this country for? You want to be a rapper, but you don't trust nobody, man. You racist. Every face you see that's black, you think that they blood. Man. You be asking me all the time, yo, they blood. Are you scared? So you got this little studio thing hooked up in your house. Niggas don't want to come to your house, bro. You're goofy, bro. For real, like, you know what I'm saying? I've been through so much stuff with you. I say, you know what? I'm never giving people rope again, ever. Gave this dude Cali a lot of rope. A show off and don't care about nobody but himself. You feel me? But that's for another day, man. You know, like I said, it's hard to say free Melly and at the same time say, you know, rest in peace, Juvie and Sack Chaser. You know, I watch Spoonful of Game. I watch Chris's Pops, you know, doing his thing. I think what Melly's moms is doing is out of control, man. You trying to become you trying to become some type of a porn model off of your son's hardship? Is you serious, man? I know that you a nurse in a rehab, but for you be doing everything that you're doing right now, wow, you bugging. You can't say nothing about Mama Duck. Mama Duck just running a platform. She sued Dolce Gabbana. You gotta know who to sue when your family gets killed. You gotta know who to sue. If you sue the wrong person, you ain't gonna get it, Dolce Gabbana. And I hope that she ain't settled for no 20, 50, 100,000. I hope she got a mill. You know what I'm saying? That was her son, man. Rest in peace, Duck. Rest in peace, Brick. And the way that was done was crazy. CPD ain't on nothing. We talking about Duck, guys. This dude made a phone call to D-Thing, man, talking about he by Dolce Gabbana. These dudes that chase Duck and them chasing them. They got 4 guns, bro. Dolce, listen, where they was, where FBG Duck got killed, is like the Beverly Hills of Chicago. It wasn't happening. But a phone call was made, the news was passed. Boy was on the floor for 15 minutes dying. Police was not coming. Ambulances was not, they could have saved his life. CPD don't want that. They scared because dudes said they rather people kill each other, man. When are we going to understand that unity is the only thing that works? I can't believe it. I see rappers sneak this and other rappers, but then when I see bloggers using other bloggers' content, lying on other bloggers, saying, well, I don't like him because he did this. What did you do? You know what I'm saying? Any man that could get on the platform, on his platform, and tell you anything, his good and whatever, He had to do what he had to do. I respect him. No women, no kids, no civilians. Leave them alone. Leave people alone. If you see somebody with a problem, if you can't help them, it's cold outside right now. We got food, we got extra clothes, everything. Go outside, man. Give somebody something, man. That's a blessing, man. People are freezing out there right now. They scared to go to shelters. Because out here in New York, and I know in Brooklyn, that shelter over there, like what I heard about it, forget about it, man. They be robbing people, security selling cracks, heroin, man. They don't want to go there. People rather sleep in the street, man. There's nothing wrong with feeding somebody, man. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with giving people clothes that you was going to throw out anyway. You get many blessings, man, because you know if you did dirt, man, believe me, rich man, poor man, don't matter. At the end of the day, when you go, you gonna answer. You gonna answer for your good, and your bad. You understand? You want to go to paradise, right? Nobody want to go to hell. And if you don't believe in the devil, then you don't believe in God. You feel me? And the devil is very strong. And he working very hard on overtime because he trying to take God's place. And you got people that are saying, yeah, he gonna come up. It's gonna be the fourth one. Listen, man, the devil is out here, man. He jumps from person to person, man. This is how all this is going on. Look what's going on with our country. Again, I'm not gonna get into dogma. Look what's going on with ICE. Look what's going on with Iran. Look what's going on with Venezuela, Russia, Ukraine, man. Look at everything, man. People just don't want peace. People don't want peace. And it all has to do with money. A lot of it has to do with money. All them tariffs. If you don't know what them tariffs are that Donald Trump is talking about, that's money that's coming out of our pocket. That's money that's coming out of our pocket. That's what them tariffs are that he says that he gonna put on people. Yeah, we got some crazy weapons where they went to, where he said, where Donald Trump then sent the military to Venezuela. They used some kind of sound wave to knock out all the guards that was guarding the president outside, the Venezuelan president, estate where he stayed. They all, you know what I'm saying, those sound waves made them fall, and they had internal bleeding. They went inside they went inside the palace. They took the Venezuelan president, put him in handcuffs, and put him on a plane and brought him to New York. And now Trump talking about he gonna rebuild Venezuela. Now Venezuela thanking, they on their knees for Trump, like, yes, thank you so much. And all Trump is saying, yeah, we gonna get kickbacks. We gonna get trillions out of this. When do you remember America doing something for nothing? Man, I would have thought they learned a lesson in Vietnam, man. We had no business in Vietnam. Zero. We had no business in Vietnam. And then the ones that come back, everything they went through, how they get treated, they living in the street, they in wheelchairs, people don't even care. People don't, it's all right to care sometimes, man. And don't always think that the gangsters and the dudes that shooting and that shoot, don't ever think that just because a motherfucker off somebody, that if he get caught up in a situation, he not gonna sing. Because they do. Gangsters kill and tell. So, man, I came home 2015, man. It's the first time I've been home this long, and I'm home. I ain't even get on this social media because I was on post-release for like 5 years. Otherwise, I'd have been there. But at the end of the day, man, everything is done for a reason. Everything is precise. Everything these people do. Hey, yo, man, I remember I was locked up at 9/11. And I remember I was working in the school building. They closed the school building. They sent me back, everybody in their bells. I would see everybody got TVs. You know, got the TVs. And I see the Trade Center. Well, the first one go down. Like, what movie's that? It's like, ain't a movie. This is going on right now. I couldn't believe it, man. You know, they have the phone communication center in the Twin Towers. At that time, my baby mother worked as a pastry chef in the windows of the world. But she worked at night. She'd be home in the morning. But so I knew, but however, still, I wanted to know. They couldn't get their phones on in New York for like a week, so we couldn't even speak to our people. All we could do was see on TV how people are walking over the bridges because the trains ain't working, everything blowing up. It was crazy. But you know what? When that happened, Americans stuck together. People showed love to each other. But it doesn't take too long. We quickly forget our hardships, man, and start hating on each other again. You feel me? Start hating on each other again. Like I was listening, damn, was it Byron? I think it was Byron Blake. He showed that this dude, what's his dude said? I think it was King AK. You the one that told Trap Lord Ross, stay out of black people's business? Bro, what type of blogger or even thinking that, who are you, bro? How you telling somebody to stay out of something that they cover and they actually help people? Actually help people, man. You got people that'll help you. They'll show you how to do what to do. You ain't got to go outside and do no. Forget the get backs. Whoever I used to be mad at, whoever did it, you know, that I felt like was foul or whatever, I forgive you all. I love you all. I wish you nothing but the best, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing nothing wrong. You ain't got to tell on me. I ain't going to do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? If I ever said you was a pussy, you still are. You know what I'm saying? Pussycats. But like I said, you still are. And you always will be. You know who I'm talking about. But otherwise, man, put a smile on your face and take care of them kids. Teach the youth, man. Don't come back from prison my age, man, after experiencing a whole lot of bullshit, man, and tell these kids to do wrong, man, because you did wrong, because things was messed up for you. You supposed to teach them, show them, man. Show them. Don't let them go through what you went through. UBN ain't start for no reason. It started for a reason in 93. But look what happened to it. So here it is. Big Wolf got Casanova 2 times. Casanova 2 times. I was in 9 building with him in a box. That boy came, he ain't have nothing. That boy did 9 years, came home, became a millionaire, multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Rapping. But at the same time, he promoting his people, man. Bloodstone, you know what I'm saying? Gorilla Stone. Dick Wolf people. You know what I'm saying? You know that he was hitting Dick Wolf, him, Class Murder. You know, they made sure, that's the big homie. They made sure he was all right. So now that you got him caught up where he and the feds are telling him, yo, take this 15 years. If you go to trial, you're going to get life. Yeah, so he admitted to his part in the game. He ain't say nobody else. He got caught up because somebody else got caught up. And a lot of times in these situations, you don't even know who your code D is. You don't even know. You're reading on paper. You might not even know who it is. But yeah, man, he sent shots at him. But look what happened. Yeah, dude cut Cass a little bit. But look what Cass did to do. Go to show, man. Take them colors and burn them, man. Be a man. If you're a man, you can sit down. You could explain things easily to people. Let them do what they do, man. And I'm going to tell you something that years ago I would have told you differently, man. When you pull it, God forbid, you young, man, and you get locked up in New York State, and you got to do time in New York. You going to pull up, and it's going to seem to you that, you know, blood rule. And somebody going to try to, like, you know what I'm saying, bring you home, man. Don't be a dummy. They going to bring you home, but everything comes with a price, man. You going to be the one outside holding the steel. You going to be the one they send to do the hit. You get caught, you're going to be the one to do more time. You tell you the one that's going to be in PC on the bus when you get to the other spot. Your box is going to say why you're there, protective custody. You're the one that's going to be in a whole lot of mess. 4 things. Pull up, mind your business, stay away from drugs, don't owe no money, and stay away from gangs. Follow the rules, get home, and don't ever go back. You feel what I'm saying? It's that simple, man. Forget them flags, man. Forget them red, yellow, green, blue. None of that matters, man. What matters to me is who you are, who I see you as. I see a person. If I choose to deal with a person, if I choose to, I got to deal with that person at the level that they're on. They might be on my level, so we speaking like this. Person might be a little bit higher than me with the intelligence, and I want to pick his brain, so I might have to try to get on his level. And somebody that you see that's on a lower level than you, that's ready to crash out. If you want to help, man, you got to get, that's where you have your problem, man. That's what, these are the people you got to go down a level and say, look, I understand. I've been there. People also told me, don't do this, don't do that. But at the end of the day, I did what I did. But the most important thing is when somebody tells you, when you see somebody go through it, you could learn from their mistake without making it yourself. Even if you made a mistake and you came home, if you learned from it, you still good. There's plenty to do, man, plenty to do. But just because you know that if you do something to somebody, man, it's over for you, man. You send a little kid to do it, man. I don't respect that. I'm sorry, man. I don't respect that, man. I don't respect none of that, man. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Real simple. Family comes first. Everything else comes second. We always look at the social media, we scroll and then we see people dying and stuff like that. When we might feel like, well, this happens. Shit happens, right? It hit different though when it happens here, when it happens at home. Because eventually things happen to everybody. It all depends on what you do. One way or another, some way, somehow. You know what I'm saying? And Act, again, La Bebe, that's what you call him. He ain't gonna fight you, bro. You might as well leave that alone. The dumbest thing I ever seen was Adam 22, all out dude that he put his girl with. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Love, that boxing man. He ain't even throw the swing. He was talking all that jazz. Whack 100 gassed him up lovely. You gotta remember, you know what I'm saying? Loose cannon gone. Big U gone. Loose cannon is one of the biggest reasons Big U is in that indictment from talking all that crap. But at the end of the day, man, come on, man. They were talking allegedly. Shaq paid, you know what I'm saying? Like famous artists put on for the kids, but give them money. Bro. Loose cannon went on No Jumper and said that literally, I just don't know why he can't stop himself. He just needs for you to know that he G'd up. But look, he done told right on No Jumper, he said, man, told me to take this dude jewels. I took his jewels, called Rick Ross, tell him to bring 50,000 and we'll give it back. And that's exactly what happened. And he said, and then when I called Big U about the 50,000, he said, I had to put that in something. Bro, you sat right there on that platform and told. You already know that's the biggest self-snitching platform. When the feds lock Big U up, they lock Big U up not just for that. They locked him up for a whole lot of things. But bet you when they asked you for the records and all the coverage, all the videotape, Adam, you had to give that up. I pray you don't have to get on that stand, man. Because remember, people do what they do, but Big U got people out here still too. that might be in tune with what he's doing, what he was doing, and trying to become the next big you. So for them to become the next big you, bruh, you the target. I mean, that's how I see it eventually. I don't wish no harm on you. Y'all need to stop that, man. Justice for Nips. That's the only thing with me and Big U. Yo, Nipsey was that dude, man. He was that dude. Puss in peace, man. Fuck all that. Great, put it together. Everybody, unity. Help each other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say it again, but this time, Big U can't see this and laugh at it. That somebody wrote justice for Nips. I'm saying it, man. Whatever Big U going through, man, that's justice for Nips. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm telling you again. Y'all dudes are getting on IG and y'all doing crazy things. Y'all going on DJU in Chicago. Y'all snitching on yourselves. First, y'all doing it at Adam. You got this dude getting 28 million views a month off of y'all snitching on yourselves, man. He to me, honestly, like I don't even want to say that he's violating the culture. You feel what I'm saying? But when I respect more what I mean. It's crazy what Lil Jeff did when he got on the thing. What's his name? With with Q50 and Velvet, they started crushing up pills and sniffing them. You know what I'm saying? They just did that because at the end of the day, look, bro, that's the type of stuff that people want to see, so they doing it. You know, they're young, they doing it. You know what I'm saying? They doing it. But you see what happened with Jeff. Jeff was for real with it, man. You know what I'm saying? You seen Velvet hiding behind the car. You seen Q50 take a slip and run. You know what I'm saying? Jeff ain't never capped. He said, I'm not going to bump into you. He said, I will chase you to your house. He said that once on Reddit. And about 2 weeks later, he chased right to Trap City Rob house. Trap City Rob opened the door and let off 19 shots, man, from the switch. So now you got Q50. So, I don't even want to say that you merchant off his name because you got a bunch of other little kids doing whatever they doing. But Q50 just went on, as I heard, Q50 went on a tour with ESG. I think that's flame. That's fire. For him to go on tour with ESG, stay away from this stuff, man. Leave the rack, man. If you already got enough bread, man, invest in the business, man. Stop playing around in these streets. Jeff was on that King Von thing, right? Look what happened to King Von. Look what happened to Jeff. You gotta learn. This need to stop. This need to stop, man. Please, man. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. It ain't gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna hurt your feelings. Hit the subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like and share. But when you subscribe, set up your notification bell so you can know when I drop live, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, man, peace, blessings, everybody be safe. You should be home unless you're going out to do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Hustlers and providers, you know what I'm saying? Who's that? Oh, really? Let me see something. I love the haters on this platform. I love them, man. You could sit here and write all day, bro, and I'll still merch on you. Hiding behind their phone screens. Shout out to all the real ones, man. You already know, man. You already know. Yeah.